this time. Yay!
We're live.
We're live. Hey everybody, I'm Ruth Ann.
I'm Chris.
We are Geek Chic Promotions. We're now live with both YouTube and Facebook for our weekend Rager Nerd Rage.
Yep.
So cheers to you guys. Cheers to us.
Hot buttered rum.
Ooh, hot butter. I'm so excited. It smells like Christmas.
That's good.
It's really good.
Wow.
It's very
Tasty.
sweet, but quite tasty.
It's very sweet.
I'm on
Probably
board.
gonna get a headache
I'm on
later
board.
from how sweet it is.
Oh, so much
That's
sugar.
okay.
It's okay. We still like it though.
Mm.
So yeah, as we said in our description, we need emails from saving a whole lot of new stuff with how they're doing the professional badges as well as pricing.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of want to talk this week with you guys about what that kind of means to the industry, because cons are becoming more expensive, and it's not because of what reasons most people think. It's, you know, guests that are charging more and more money.
Right.
Make it hard for the conventions to be able to run without charging the attendees more money, and now they need to charge the professionals as well. So
Yeah, and that's something that you know, as professionals that we go, it's our jobs, you know, but also it's I don't begrudge professionals for wanting to
No.
get paid to go to shows. Like, I think that's fair. I think though that it's getting a little outrageous with some of the prices that are being charged. And I think that that in turn is causing ticket prices to go up. It's kind of being reflected onto the consumer because
Yeah.
the shows can't afford to do a show otherwise, which is like kind of a sticky situation that you're in, because if you have, let's just pick a number, let's say you have $50,000 to book guests with, and you've got one guest who costs $10,000 and one who costs 15, and you're already almost at your budget. And you want big stars to come because that's what draws the people in the ticket sales, and you hope that the ticket sales will make up for what you're paying.
yeah.
However, you cannot throw a guest with two, or a con with two guests. Like, it's just not a thing.
Yeah, I love it. Don't do that. Hey Ming, good to see you, buddy.
Hey.
We missed you. It was great seeing you last week at LA Comic Con. Speaking
Yes.
of Comic Cons.
Babe as well.
Yes. Heart Ming, yay. Yeah, and it's tough because, you know, we have been lucky enough to be in this industry since basically we first started going to cons. So we usually with pro badges either get a severely discounted price, if not for free, to go and work these cons. But it's a weird feeling of like, if they're going to charge us full price, it's like, I can't really, like, I
Yeah.
don't go there to shop. I go to work. So you're literally asking
You're
me to
paying
pay
to work, yeah.
to work. That guy's like,
And it's not like we can sell things in order to make up those costs. Like, we're
Yeah.
not artists. We're not like, and writers have it even harder because unless they have copies of their book that they can sell, they cannot, you know, make any kind of money on commissions either. So I think, like, especially if you're an artist, it comes down to like, okay, so you're making money off of your commissions and selling your art, plus the show is paying you, and you're coming out pretty sweating
for those
$2,000
types.
to appear at a show.
Like,
And you're getting your airfare paid for, you're getting a hotel
Yeah.
on top of it. It's
those are like
become
the
quite
special
lucrative.
guests.
Yeah.
But then for the other artists who come to get themselves started,
Right.
they have to pay for a table, and like
Yes.
that, the tables are getting more expensive, just like the tickets. So it's tough, and I really want Comic Cons to be all like inclusive. But of course, like
You want
San
everybody
Diego
to
and
go
New
for
York
it.
and all that are going to be the larger
Right.
cons that are more expensive.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, it's tricky. So if you guys have any feels on it, especially you, Ming, as a professional at these cons as well, yeah, it's a weird feeling to be like, because it's always a difficult thing to get a ticket for San Diego, anyways, professional or not. And now
It seems, I don't know, I don't quite know.
I don't even know
what
if I-
that email meant.
Yeah.
To me, it looked like they were charging for professionals to attend, where it is in the past, you all had to go into a waiting room, and then a little man was walking, and you had to like wait, and then when you finally got in, you would get a pro pass unless they ran out, and you could also get one guest pass unless they ran out. And then if you couldn't get that guest pass, then you could pay $250 to get a guest pass. But now it appears that there is no more waiting room, and that you might have to pay. I don't even know what the fee would be.
and I
but-
don't actually if we had to, if you had to renew this year, they're
Right.
doing a whole new system where it's no longer, because they used to have two different types of pro badges that you could apply for, and now they're like, nope, they're just one, and it's much
Trade,
more
yeah,
difficult.
One is pro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
So I don't know, guys.
I know,
kind
and
of
I
crazy.
know a couple people who had to renew because your pro status is only good for 3 years, and then you have to submit your work that you've done in the past year in order to get renewed for the next 3. And I know several people who haven't heard back if they were renewed or not. You know, that
Yeah.
are being published, and it's like I haven't heard back, and yet they're sending out these emails being like, "Hey, so everything's changing," and you're like, Is
I know,
this
but
even
am
like
I-
apply? Like I
yeah.
don't even know like what's
Am
happening.
I a pro? I don't
Yeah.
know, because I got 2 different ones where I got one for each. And I was like, you haven't told me if I'm a pro yet.
Yeah.
And yet you're also saying like, oh, and just to, you can start getting your, regular ticket this time. And I'm like, but I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah, and honestly, paying $250 for a guest pass, I really dislike doing because I don't know what you're really getting for $250. You're getting slammed into a crowded cattle
Yeah.
type situation, and there's nothing like I know San Diego Comic-Con is like a goal of many people to go, and here's like my personal perspective is that $250 to get into there, I get that it's like for a certain number of days, but the way the hotels are priced and the way that you have to get down there and all the other costs associated with it,
It's getting astronomical.
it really is. And I already know like what it costs to exhibit there. And
Yeah.
I just find all of it to be like everybody jacks the prices up on everything when you go there. It's like a festival, and there has to be some kind of limitation on it. Like, and not only that, but they slapped a $7.50 service charge onto every single badge now, no matter the rising costs of badge production, which is a joke, by the way.
Well, I think
it
it's
does
because
not cost $750 to make one of those badges.
No,
guys.
well, but I think it's also because they're trying. It's not. I bet they're also adding in the prices because now it has to have like the proper badge scanners, and you have to have the staff
sure.
to point people to do the badge scan correctly. So I think what they kind of are misleading a little bit, but that they're including that cost because of the way that they're doing the badges now and the way that they do the security of getting in and out with the badges. I'm sure they all need a special chip or whatever. So I think that's maybe.
Which also, it's like, how necessary is that?
I actually did notice it has made it a lot less crowded at
You
San
mean
Diego.
it's like weeding people out? Like it's weeding out like the people who are just casual that just want to go to look around and stuff like that? I mean,
I would say so, and it's
so why
it's,
can't they go
It's
in
well
then,
because
though?
I think
Like,
it's I think because it does make it more difficult for you to just to trade badges and let other just walk people people badges out and let them in because you have to bleep everybody's
Sure.
badges in and out. So I feel like that it did. I think it. I mean, it definitely. We didn't do that anymore with our friends. Like it did
I
make
mean-
it so the security did work. Is
Okay.
what I
I'll
think.
be honest, I gave my badge away because I was an exhibitor and I got a pro badge. And so I
Yeah.
gave my badge away to somebody else and they used it with no issues.
Well, I just
whatsoever.
mean, you know what I mean, with like
I'm
the trading.
saying it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like honestly, like, are you losing that
Yeah.
much money on people giving their badge away when they're not attending? You're still getting for the price of only one person going in.
Yeah, that is true. Now,
So-
the thing that I would really like to know from the consumers that go to San Diego Comic-Con, because like you mentioned, all the prices are going up. So not only just the travel down there, they hike up the prices during that week. The hotels, they hike up that week. The
It's a
badges,
mess
they're
trying to get hotels, by the way.
Oh, it's
A
a
mess.
complete mess. And then these poor exhibitors are spending so much money to have these spaces. How could any of them even make stuff back? Because I know that like people do buy a lot of stuff at San Diego, but that's a lot of money to spend just to go to spend money and
Yes.
buy things.
You can, by the way, there's nothing special that's at San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, yes, there's
They
like
have the
places that be like the
exclusives.
exclusives that are there, but even now with the exclusives, you have to sign up ahead of time on this exclusive. And a lot of times,
It's like a
they're
lottery,
sold out.
too.
Yeah, it's a lottery, and they're sold out by the time you even get there. It's like they're like, oh, we have this, and like literally hours, they're gone.
Yeah.
The line is astronomical. So you all day waiting in lines. Like, I'm like, okay, like this whole day is going to be spent waiting in line to get into Hall H. So, and this isn't just like a bitch session, by the way, about San Diego Comic Con. This is like
No,
what
right. It's for people Like that cell. Oh no, is it not? Well, we'll see.
Whatever.
Maybe YouTube went down. We don't know. It looks fine on the phone, but not
Yeah.
on our screen. So yeah, I don't know. And it's such a sad thing because we are seeing a lot of cons. We did see a blow up in the last 5-10 years of cons, and they're falling apart. And so obviously San Diego will always be there. And this is the 50th anniversary this year, this 2019, which is
Yeah.
so weird to say because, good God, we're almost 2020.
Yeah, and I also think in regards to like, this is like since we book guests, you know, for
Yeah.
a lot of conventions and we have to deal with that, it's a concern because I, you know, obviously used to know a lot of pros professionally, not like because in my profession professionally,
Yeah.
because since I was an editor, and at this point you used to be able to see email these people you knew and be like, hey, like, want to come to this show as one of our guests, and like we'll totally put you up in a hotel, we'll give you food, we'll give you like a fee, like whatever, like, you know, $500 or whatever it was. And now I have to talk to their managers or their agents, like in comic books, not just like, not like entertainment people, but like in comics. And everybody's represented now because they don't want to deal with it and they want to get them as most money as possible. And what it's coming down to is a lot of these agents, like they do their jobs, but their job is like, you know, they'll send you a list of what the prices are for like everybody that they represent, and you look at that and you go, okay, well, I can afford like this person, this person, this person in my budget. And so you reach out to them and they're like, oh wait, well, that person's gone up in price. And so you're like, well, like what? Like, so you can list the prices, but when I tell you I'm interested, suddenly they're more. And they try to like get you, like, and I get it, they're working for their client, but also how can, like, we can't afford that stuff. Like, it's like, you know, fine if you want to do that to San Diego Comic-Con or New York or something run by ReedPop. But when you have like an individual show that literally is there for the comic fans and families and isn't like a conglomeration just trying to make money, it's like, don't try and rip off the little ones. Otherwise,
Yeah.
they're all going to go away. And then we're going to be left with shelling out of our pockets for the biggies, which are overcrowded and expensive. And that's going to be our only options. It's almost
Yeah.
like we're regressing in a way, you know?
Yeah, and do you remember the one time I was trying to book a couple cosplayers specifically, and come to find out that wasn't actually their manager. They were just like basically being like, yeah, you need to pay this much, and was like trying to be shiesty. And by the time I actually got a hold of the cosplayer, they're like,
Oh,
I had no idea
yeah.
about any of this. I'm sorry, I can't go. And it was like, what?
Yeah.
What is that? So, yeah, it's not great. It's
Yeah.
not great.
No.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to just see how this pans out, and we'll let you guys know how things are panning out.
Yeah.
Because like we're probably going to be there as exhibitors, so we don't even really need to go through this process.
It's true.
But it's just too bad that like you know other professionals won't
and
be able to.
Even as us going as exhibitors, like where, you know, you have your booth and you get your badges, you have a certain number that are allotted to you, whatever. It also, we're still in the same boat as everyone else when it comes to the hotel lottery. Like we still like as a
We do
company
that, yeah.
have to like have someone go in there and be in that waiting room and try to get rooms
Weren't we-
for the staff. You're like,
Were we at Emerald City Comic Con or another convention, and we had to all
We
pull
were
out
at
our
PAX.
laptops? Oh, we're at PAX
we were at
East.
PAX
That's right.
East, and we had to all pull out our laptops and get into the waiting room for San Diego Comic Con, guys.
That's
like
right.
that's
I remember
legit
that.
how that was. And then and some actually ended up having to do Airbnb because
Yeah.
we couldn't get enough rooms. It's like, and it's that way when you're exhibiting there. Like, what the hell is that?
We might
all
as well
about?
like exhibitors might as well like build a cot inside of their booth somehow
Yes.
for,
Or, like,
employees to like
maybe,
sleep
like,
in it.
if a company can somehow like buy like a condo or something
Yeah,
like that out there,
exactly.
if they're planning on exhibiting there for the next 10 years.
Yeah, then
Because
rent
no one
it
gives
out.
up their space, by
Yeah.
the way, at San
Oh,
Diego.
no.
Like,
No,
no
no,
one does.
no.
So,
Yeah.
it's like, it might be a good investment. Airbnb it out like the rest of
Yeah.
the year. So, in San Diego Comic-Con. Oh my God.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
Hey, realtors,
For
down in
real.
San Diego. Talk to us. So, and we can keep talking about this forever because but again, there's a lot of information we don't have yet.
Yes.
But it was just
this is all speculation, by the
yeah,
way.
we were just kind of
bitching.
concerned. Yeah,
We're
we
bitching. We're
because we were
bitching.
at the con this weekend when we got the emails about it, and we're like, what?
And I was like, am I paying as a professional now to go to San Diego Comic-Con? Because I'm
work?
not going.
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
not going.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
The other thing that came out, because it was like a couple Nerd Raiders ago that we were talking about Henry Cavill and his ridiculous
Oh yeah, The Witcher, guys.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Witcher.
But like, so, because he found out that he couldn't do Superman anymore, or whatever. He was, I don't know what it was in that ridiculous
Whatever,
Instagram
yeah.
story, and it was just out of control, and it was because he was doing Witcher. So they just showed the first look of Witcher. So hold on, I'll share a. Oh wait, not as that person as.
Geek Chic. There you
Probably.
go.
There we go. So yeah. So here is. I don't know if you can. Oh, we'll lose those anyways. But it's a teaser trailer, which really feels more to me like it was a makeup test of Henry Cavill with this horrible silver wig. And the best comment that I've seen so far of somebody saying is that it looks like Legolas cosplaying as Witcher.
It's pretty great. It's pretty
The
great.
video is so
You know what I
weird.
wish I could do? I wish I could just like hop over to your
Yeah.
computer and like come back.
Oh
That
god.
would be great.
Oh, it's so funny.
can't
Well,
do
actually,
that,
you
though.
could go
I
to the
prob- I
Facebook
probably
and
could.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I could
So
do
if
that.
you guys check it out, wait, I kind of want to watch it one more time, so because it's just so he's just so
I should.
serious.
Yeah, it's oops, now it disappeared.
I mean, I don't know how you could make silver hair look cool.
It's not like
I mean, again, it's
There
only
it
the
is.
first look, and maybe with like special effects and everything else, it'll look better. But guys, it's pretty silly, and that's not something that I've ever played before or anything like that. Oh, hey, Brandon Allen, good to see you, buddy. And also, oh wait, is this our guy from the other country? Cheers, guys. Hey.
Yep.
Good to see you again. Yeah, so I could not stop giggling about it. So please watch it. Let me know what you think, because it's Henry Cavill at his most pouty. With the white
pretty
wig,
great.
it's oh.
although
Well,
as
they
I
didn't gruff him up at all, because like all the photos that I've seen of the Witcher character, like he's like scarred and gruff looking, and this is just perfect pristine Cavill
Henry
with like
Cavill, with this nice
perfect
little
pristine
cleft chin. But as I was saying to Ruth Ann, like before we even started this, so I have in the past been quick to judge
It's true,
because
as most of us
I
nerds have.
did a callback to Tom Cruise being the vampire Lestat and how
Bring it way back. I
I
don't know if you
bring
kids
it
even
way-
know
I
that
don't even
movie.
know if you know this movie with Brad Pitt
With Brad Pitt
and a very very young Kirsten Dunst.
oh yes, baby.
Yeah,
like
but
11 or 12
she
year
was
old.
like 12 or something.
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. But anyway, the pictures of him looked horrible, and everyone was like, "Boo, Tom Cruise, boo!" And Anne Rice was all like, "Oh, you guys don't even know. It's gonna be fine. I approve." And everyone's like, "Well, I guess if Anne Rice approves, we'll approve." Yeah, yeah. And then of course, he was like pretty amazing.
Yeah,
by
it
the
was
way. Like he was legit.
very good.
So I always call back to that whenever something like this pops up, where I'm like, all right, yes, Henry Cavill looks like a tool. He looks like he's playing dress up as Legolas, but let's just give him the benefit of the doubt.
See what happens.
I mean, if it's a crappy program, then we'll
Yeah.
know. I mean, obviously,
It's true.
You know, so
Oh, and he said,
Anyway.
sorry, I forgot to translate my name from Swedish to English. Yes, I didn't want to butcher it, bro. I'm sorry, I didn't want to. But it's good to see you. Yeah, and then, so The Witcher, there's a new Nutcracker movie that I don't know how I missed all the trailers for it, but I only like recently was like, oh, and I'm like, it's out now? We just had Halloween. Okay.
yeah, it's weird. It was the trailers were showing before Halloween, which was weird because I was like, no thanks, like I'm not even in that mood, and I was like, oh, Morgan Freeman, and then I got inundated with the trailer like a whole bunch of times, and I was like, I'm just not interested. It's not right. And then I was tentatively thinking about seeing it today with a friend, and then we were like, nope. Let's go see A Star Is Born again.
Yeah,
instead.
I'm glad you didn't, because here I'm posting also a thing from CBR that it's got some really crushing reviews.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and it's not doing too well. It's only have 35% on Rotten Tomatoes so far.
All right, I'm gonna
By critics and
do it
fans
on YouTube
alike.
as well.
Yeah, it's just basically that people keep just saying the story and the script aren't compelling.
Oof.
All you're left with are bangles and pretty sets and costumes with nowhere to go.
Aw.
And that's kind of the theme of basically
Someone
everybody's.
call the Grinch before this Nutcracker ruins Christmas. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's
Holy
pretty
cow.
harsh. Some pretty
Which,
harsh reviews.
by
Which
the
I'm like,
way-
come on, guys, like get a little bit in the Christmas spirit. But
The Grinch, let's just talk about that for a second because the billboards have been epic around. I don't know if you've seen them.
No.
They're everywhere. There is one in the heart of Hollywood, I think it's by her house actually, where it literally says, it's got a picture of the Grinch. And he says, so you moved out to LA to try to make it in the movie business, huh? How's that working out for you?
oh,
It was awesome, and they're all over the place. There's one over here too by me that like has something similar to that, but it's just mean and it's awesome.
And you're like,
I
yeah,
love
Grinch,
it.
get
like,
it.
I am like, yeah, like that I'm on board for.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but
So-
yeah, and I had no idea about this movie, so I don't know. Did you ever see the old cartoon of the Nutcracker Prince?
Yeah.
I loved that cartoon.
Yeah,
I
I've seen the
it's still one of
play.
my
Yeah, I
like
mean,
Christmas favorite movies to
sure.
watch. And so I was like, ooh, a live action. But I think we have reached the point because there are so many Disney live actions that I had no idea that they were coming, and then they came, and I was like, oh, like this action. And I still didn't really like.
I like the Cinderella live action.
I kind of
I
remember
liked
it.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast was
Yeah.
good, except for
And
one
now
actress.
they're
that was
doing
little-
Aladdin. I'm actually super excited.
I'm
for
super
Aladdin.
excited for Aladdin.
Yeah,
not gonna
that's
lie.
one of my favorite Disney.
Yeah.
Like I
think I can
I
still
know-
quote it pretty much
Yes,
from start
I was
to
just gonna
finish.
say that. I know every single line of that.
Yeah.
Every single line. I know all the songs.
Will not break. Will not break. Oh, it broke. I know. every line. Childhood winning.
Yes.
So it's looking interesting, and I hope everybody had an awesome Halloween. We had a perfect Halloween. We had a very nice, just over at my place, very chill, like ladies' night, and it was perfect with candy. And we actually got Chris to watch the first episode of the new Doctor Who.
Yes. Oh, and by the way, I tried to watch the other episodes today.
Yeah.
And they were like, when on the app, we thought I could get the episodes
Yeah.
for free through their app. And they were like, oh, well, sign into your cable provider once I hit play on
I
it.
knew it.
And I hit AT&T Uverse, and then it was
Just
not
kidding.
authorized. Yeah, and I was like,
All right.
oh. Yeah, so I have to
I'll get you.
purchase.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But it was highly enjoyed.
Yes, it was.
It's the first episode, so it's spoopy. A little spoopy, so it's kind of perfect.
We got a friend of ours hooked on it as well.
Yes, our friend Liz.
Yeah, she totally loved it.
Yeah,
So-
and I just saw the news today that they are not doing a Christmas special. And at first, that was going to be one of the things that I was going to rage about today, because I was like, no, I need it.
But then she realized that not a lot of people watch Doctor Who, so she was like, oh, I'm just going to be talking to no one.
Wow, burn. Wow. Okay, great. Okay, just drink some of the buttered rum.
Just kidding.
No, Chris, I actually
Anyway.
read the article about it. And they've done 13 Christmas specials, and he kind of feels like there's nothing really left to do on Christmas. So it's just going to be on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
So it's just a New Year's special.
Oh, okay, well, that makes,
Right?
New Year's Day, everybody's in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so.
So it'll be interesting of the people that have had the tradition of New Year's Day to watch Doctor Who. If that'll shift for you guys at all, but I'm okay with New Year's Day. I'll just be.
Did we ever decide what our New Year's Eve party was going to be themed as?
Yeah, we did.
We did? Because
We're
I
doing
think I was
a
drunk. I can't
nerd.
remember. I'm like,
We
I
had
know
a-
I came up. I was
we
like,
had a
oh,
bit of
we
wine
should
last
do.
night.
I was like, we should do that. And then I was like, I have no
No
memory.
idea. Yeah. So
Anything I suggested.
we came up with a Nerd Year's Eve
Oh,
prom night.
Prom. That's right. Prom.
So we're figuring
Right.
out the logistics, and we have a space in mind that we've used before that we're probably gonna do. But so we'll start posting about that as well for all you people in LA that want to go to a Nerd Year's Eve prom
Yep.
with us. It's gonna be fun. We're trying to figure out if we can even do like the Kermetter little glasses and a photo booth and all that kind of ridiculousness.
That'll be fun.
So that'll be fun, and we'll do our usual Christmas of maple bacon whiskey tasting. Woo! This would be our third annual of our adult Christmas soiree that we host. It's funny. As soon as Halloween is over, I can start feeling like a little bit in the holiday mood. But
Thanksgiving. I have to wait till after Thanksgiving. I
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
think about Christmas until after, because I'm such a fall person. I'm like, Thanksgiving fall. After that, it might as well be winter. So
not here, but
I know, not here, not
other
here.
places.
But but all the leaves are gone, and it's
Yeah.
I think just the middle of December, first or second week of December is officially winter starts. So you have a couple weeks left of
Yeah,
fall, but
but
it's
not really.
all the Christmas decorations.
Oh
are
yeah,
forget
and
it.
I have a rule. I won't start listening to Christmas music until December 1st, because I will get so sick and tired of Christmas
Yes.
music.
Agreed.
Yeah. And no, it's not easy. I mean, you go to a mall, you work in an office, and it's like, ugh.
Yep.
But yeah, so we have plans for the holidays.
We do,
and
and aren't we
whatnot.
doing a Friendsgiving as well?
We are doing a Friendsgiving. Yes. We did last year. That was my first turkey I ever made.
Yeah. It was good. I got lots of pictures. There's tons of butter on it.
An entire stick of butter, actually, because that's how you make things delicious, is more butter, as we drink buttered rum.
Yeah. I'll have to make some mulled wine.
Okay, I'm on board, girl. Go on.
Yeah. So, do you have a nerd rave for this week since we're
Ooh.
wrapping up with our last 5 minutes?
I finally saw Bohemian Rhapsody yesterday, and I really liked it.
That's
I really
good.
did. There's a
I
lot
do
of
want to see it.
There are
I
a
have
lot of mixed
plans.
reviews out there, so I wasn't sure what to expect. One of them, the thing that I was the most fearful of, is what everybody kept talking about is that they didn't address his homosexuality or AIDS
been
at
the
all.
rumor.
And nope, that's the major plot point. Like, no spoilers, but
All right.
what
No,
happened.
That's good. It's good to know.
And
Good to
some
know.
people are like, oh, it's too fluffy. And I was like, I think it's just a lot more subtle. It's not an Oscar grab movie.
No? Oh, that's good.
To me, it felt really very much about the music. And so you really get a deeper feeling for the lyrics in the music as it goes. So that's my rave. I really like that movie a lot. I think
Okay.
everybody should see it. Everybody hopefully has already seen the new Sabrina show. That's another rave. Loved it. It was perfectly Halloweeny for this week of Halloween.
I don't know if I have a rave. I don't know if anything's happened to me since last Saturday. I don't think anything has.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'm trying to think of something like, oh, man. Shit. Have I watched anything even? I don't think I've even watched
I feel like
anything.
honestly, it's just because I know BlizzCon is this weekend. I could not.
Yeah,
People are
also
asking me if I'm making a
Adventure
BlizzCon.
Con is this weekend too, and I was actually
like-
considering going to that because it's supposed to be like huge and awesome and
Yeah.
amazing, and I was like,
We're
I
burnt
just
out. As you can kind of
can't.
tell,
I
we're kind of
can't.
burnt out.
I'm done. I'm done, and I'm like, I got too much stuff to do.
Oh, Brandon Allen says he hasn't finished Sabrina yet. Definitely get on that, Brandon. It's
Yeah,
it's
get on
quite good. We liked it quite a lot. And then our buddy in Sweden says
Rami Malek, yeah, gets an Oscar for the Bohemian movie. Yeah,
I would
You know
I would
what?
say he definitely deserves.
I would say he's probably going to be up against like Lady Gaga though for
Probably.
A Star Is Born.
But how
because-
cool would that be if the
Or
two
not Lady Gaga,
people-
he'd be up.
Yeah, but it would be like if we had musicals win this year.
Or you know, it'd be really great is if they just had a category for musicals and they had a category for action films. Like, you know, what the hell?
Shocker.
Why don't they?
Why don't they? Because they're still very good movies. Meh.
Whatever.
Aw, Justin, he almost missed us late. Hello, hey, buddy.
Yep,
Yeah,
we
we're just
got
wrapping up now.
3
You got 3
minutes.
whole minutes
3
of
minutes of us.
just rambling.
Time.
Yeah, filling up time. Yeah, I think we've officially hit our finish of the con season, which the con season used to be only 2 months long. Now it is 10.
All year.
Yeah, it's
all
pretty
year
much
long,
10,
yeah.
11 months
So-
long. So we've definitely.
Next week we're gonna be live, are we? Because aren't you filming? And I am.
That's right. Yeah. So
Also
we're
off.
gonna be doing a pre-recorded video for
Yes.
next week.
Just for next
If there's anything you specifically want us to talk about for next week's video.
And then we'll be back the weekend after that, but then we're gone again for Thanksgiving weekend.
That's right.
So,
Yes.
you know, you'll,
This one's going out of town. Going back home to Chicago.
that's right.
Chicago. But yeah. What? Oh my goodness. We have a lot of.
Now we have comments.
Yes. They need to recognize genre films. I completely agree. I don't know. Oscars are kind of weird because it is kind of just a pat on the back to people who are already doing well. I don't know. I think it's. I don't know.
Okay, one of my all-time favorite movies is Crazy Heart. Do you guys think A Star Is Born is better?
I have not seen A Star Is Born yet. That would be Chris.
Yeah. Crazy Heart. Which one is that one?
Crazy
I
Heart
know
is,
I know it.
Oh, it was like a couple years ago with I can't think of the actress's name, and Jeff Bridges, right?
Oh, is that the Jeff Bridges one?
I think so.
Oh no, wait, that was.
All of our devices are being used
Yeah,
for
it is
streaming,
Jeff
so we
Bridges.
cannot search.
Yeah.
It is
Mhm.
yes.
It
Woo!
is Jeff
I win.
Bridges, yeah. I would say yes, it is better.
Oh wow. Ooh.
Yeah.
Now I'm definitely gonna go see
Honestly,
it.
like Bradley Cooper's gonna blow you away. Like he and I mean, obviously, you know, Lady Gaga sings very well, but like her acting in this is just very vulnerable, and it's really good. Like, and it was very. I know they've remade it. Like, this is like the 4th remake of it, but I honestly think this is the best one.
The strongest one.
It's the strongest one, and
Heard it here first.
yeah, and Bradley Cooper is just, he really surprised me with his singing, his acting, like everything in it. It was just, everything worked really well together. I would recommend that everybody should probably see it, because
All right.
it's really good. It's yeah.
Well, perfect. I think that's a good way to end our nerd rage for this week. Thank you guys again so much
Yep.
for joining. Like we said, it will be pre-recorded for next week's episode.
Right.
Oh, thank you, Justin. And yeah, we will see you next week and the week after. So, guys, have a great rest of your fall. Enjoy, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yep. See you in a couple weeks.